You've been sold a lie. A beautifully curated, perfectly filtered lie. We're told our 20s are a checklist. Finish college, get the dream job, find the one, buy a house. But what if the greatest freedom of your 20s isn't finding the perfect path, but realizing there isn't one? Today, we're not talking about what society says should matter. We're talking about the 5 radical decisions that actually matter. The ones that can transform your next 50 years. This isn't a highlight reel. This is real life. And it's a beautiful mess. Decision number 1. From a fixed identity to a fluid one. For so long, we've been asked that paralyzing question, what do you want to be when you grow up? It assumes you have to pick one thing, one version of yourself. And once you do, that's it. It's a career. It's a box you check. And it creates this incredible pressure to get it right. But what if we've been asking the wrong question? Think of your 20s not as the final destination, but as an identity laboratory. This is your chance to run experiments, to test different versions of yourself, to gather data. Your brain is still incredibly plastic. Your responsibilities are lighter than they're ever going to be. This is your biological window to explore, to fail, to reinvent. You don't have a single true self waiting to be discovered. You have a universe of possible selves. And every new skill you learn, every new city you visit, every new person you meet unlocks a different one. The person who loves to write, the person who's surprisingly good at coding, the person who finds peace in ceramics, the person who thrives in a leadership role they never saw coming. The most interesting people in any room aren't the ones who have it all figured out. They're the ones who've tried 100 different things. The ones who can talk about their time as a barista, a project manager, a freelance writer, and a volunteer at a nonprofit. Because each of those experiences is a clue, not to what you should be, but to who you are. So the first decision is this. Stop asking, what should I do with my life? Instead ask, what can I try next? Maybe it's taking that online course you've been procrastinating on. Maybe it's joining a local sports league. Maybe it's starting a side hustle just to see if you can. The goal isn't to find your one true self. It's to build a vibrant portfolio of experiences and skills. It's to become the kind of person who is constantly growing, because that's a journey that never gets boring. Decision number 2. From proximity relationships to purposeful connections. In our teens, friendships were often a matter of convenience. We were friends with the people in our class, on our sports team, or in our neighborhood. They were there by default. But in our 20s, a more difficult and a far more liberating choice emerges. The choice to curate your social circle with intention. This is the decade you learn about relationship economics. You learn the difference between connections that fill your cup and ones that drain it. Those who celebrate your wins versus those who can't seem to be happy for you. The ones who are a constant source of support and encouragement versus the ones who only call when they need something. Your energy is a finite resource. And just like money, it needs to be invested wisely. Think of your relationships as a portfolio. Some connections are high maintenance with low returns. They take up a lot of time and emotional energy, but don't give much back. Others are low maintenance, but yield incredible dividends of support, joy, and mutual growth. It's not about having the biggest social circle. It's about building a genuine support system. This decision requires a certain kind of courage. The courage to let go. To outgrow friendships that no longer serve you. It's okay to let a friendship fade naturally. It's not a failure, it's a sign of growth. We've all stayed in a friendship or a relationship that expired years ago, out of a sense of obligation or a fear of being alone. But when you create space by letting go, you make room for new connections that truly align with who you are and who you want to become. So the second decision is this. Stop focusing on having the most connections. Start focusing on having the best ones. Identify those people who leave you feeling better after you talk to them, the ones who see your potential and help you reach it. And invest deeply in those relationships, because those are the connections that will sustain you through the inevitable storms of life. Decision number 3, from spending to systemic investing. Your bank account in your 20s might be small. That's okay. What you're building isn't wealth right now. You're building a money mindset. You're creating the habits that will either make money your greatest ally or your persistent nemesis for decades to come. The magic isn't in how much you have. It's in the power of time and compound interest. Think of it like this. A single push-up won't make you strong, but a push-up every day will transform your body. The same goes for your money. Investing just a few dollars a week may seem insignificant, but that money isn't just sitting there. It's working. It's earning interest, and that interest is earning more interest. It's an exponential curve that is almost impossible to visualize, but it is real and it is powerful.
We're a generation that's been told we need to live in the moment. You only live once, and that's true, but you live more than once a day. You'll live for decades, and your future self is quietly begging you to think about them. They're asking you to make small, automated decisions now that'll create freedom for them later. The goal isn't deprivation, it's intentionality. It's aligning your spending with what actually brings you lasting value, rather than fleeting satisfaction. So the third decision is this: stop living from paycheck to paycheck and start creating systems. Set up automatic transfers to a savings or an investment account that you never see. Automate your financial life so that your future self is taken care of without you even thinking about it. Learn the difference between assets that grow in value and liabilities that drain your resources. Because financial freedom isn't about being rich, it's about having options. It's about being able to make life decisions based on what fulfills you, not just what pays the bills. Decision number 4. From reacting to responding to your body. Your body in your 20s is a miracle of engineering. It can run on terrible food, inconsistent sleep, and a whole lot of stress. But it's not an invincible machine. It's a living, breathing ecosystem. And in this decade, you are setting the health baseline you will return to for the rest of your life. The consequences of poor habits may not show up immediately, but they are silently accumulating behind the scenes. This decision isn't about looking a certain way or achieving a perfect body. It's about building a relationship with your body. It's about listening to the quiet signals. That Sunday evening dread about work isn't just adulting, it's a signal. That feeling of being run down after a weekend out isn't just a hangover, it's your body giving you feedback. Are you listening? Your body is a powerful communicator, but you have to learn its language. What kinds of foods give you energy and clarity? What forms of movement make you feel strong and joyful, not punished? When you feel anxious or stressed, what simple habit, a 5-minute walk, a moment of deep breathing, helps you recenter? These are the questions that lay the groundwork for long-term health. And let's be clear, this isn't just about physical health, it's about mental health too. Your 20s are when you need to learn to recognize, process, and regulate your emotions, to set boundaries, to say no, to seek help when you need it. This isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of self-awareness and strength. So the fourth decision is this: stop saying health as a chore and start seeing it as an investment in your energy, your mood, your cognitive function, and your long-term well-being. Treat your body with the care and attention it deserves. Your future self will thank you for it. Decision number 5. From a job hopper to a skill collector. The old career model is dead. The idea that you find one company, one job, and stay there for 40 years is as outdated as a fax machine. The average person now has 12 jobs in their lifetime. So the question isn't, what job should I be in? The question is, what skills am I acquiring? This is the decision to shift your focus from job titles to skill building. Think of yourself not as a job hopper, but as a skill collector. Every experience, even the ones that feel like a dead end, gives you a new tool for your belt. That sales job might teach you powerful communication skills. That frustrating startup experience might teach you more about resilience in 1 year than a decade at a massive corporation. The real value isn't in the job, it's in what you extract from it. The most valuable asset you can cultivate in your 20s isn't a specific expertise, it's the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn. The modern career is less about climbing a single ladder and more about building a diverse portfolio of capabilities. It's about connecting the dots between your unique experiences and creating a career path that is uniquely your own. Because in a world that's changing faster than ever, the most important skill is adaptability. So the fifth decision is this: stop seeking the perfect job right away. Start seeking the perfect learning environments. Ask not, is this my dream job? But rather, what can I learn here that will be valuable no matter where I go next? Your career is a marathon, not a sprint. Pace yourself accordingly. The clarity you gain through exploration now prevents decades of wondering what if later. Tying it all together, your 20s are not the finish line. They're the starting blocks. They're the time to embrace uncertainty, to invest in yourself, and to play the long game. The wealth gap between those who understand compound interest and those who don't grows exponentially over time. The same is true for the confidence gap, the health gap, and the fulfillment gap. Your future is not a predetermined destination. It's a direct result of the small, courageous decisions you make today. The ones that nobody else sees, the ones that might feel uncomfortable, but that are quietly building the foundation for a remarkable life. It's not about being perfect, it's about being intentional. So which of these 5 decisions will you start with today? Let me know in the comments below. And if this video resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that helps you build a life you'll actually want to live.